I got the React Native website opened on my end, and we're just gonna start by reading some of the documentation, understand how React Native apps are built, how they work, etc. Alright, so are you ready? Let's dive in. Oh, before we actually dive in, I was thinking about doing a retrospective stream of Flutter, and I also wanted to bring a guest in. But yeah, that guest is from USA, so they're celebrating Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to anyone celebrating Thanksgiving. There's no turkey for us, that's why we're streaming right now. but yeah, he couldn't make it on stream, so we were thinking about doing it next week. If you want to see something like that, do a little retrospective of the whole experience of, you know, building a Flutter app, styling a Flutter app, implementing Sentry into the Flutter app, let me know in the chats. If a lot of people wanna see a retrospective on how the Flutter series went, I will organize next week. I will organize a stream for that. All right, let's see. This is React Native. As we all know, React Native is a framework for building mobile apps with React, right? So create native apps for Android, iOS, and more using React. So it combines the best part of native development with React, a best-in-class JavaScript library. Okay, use a little or a lot. You can use React Native today in your existing Android or iOS projects, or you can create a totally whole new app from scratch, and that's what we're gonna do. Let me zoom in. There we go, so it's better for you guys. All right, so written in JavaScript, rendered with native code. This is pretty important. When we're talking about cross-platform frameworks, this is pretty important. So React primitives render to native platform UI, meaning your app uses the same native platform APIs other apps do. That's something that Flutter isn't, right? So for example, if you followed along, if you remember, when we talked about Flutter, we talked about that Flutter doesn't actually use the Android button and the iOS button. When we actually render a button, Flutter is basically a rendering engine, and it knows how to draw pixels on the screen, and it does that really fast. That is the huge plus of Flutter. But it's not actually using the native platform API, right? So in this case, React Native is going to be different. For example, if we dissect or like pop the hoods of a React Native app versus a Flutter app, we're going to see that the Flutter app actually contains one element, and that is something of a canvas. So it draws the whole app inside of a canvas. If we pop the hood of a React Native app, we can see a lot of elements. Every element that we add on the screen is basically recognizable by the platform because it uses the native platform UI, right? So that is the difference. And that's pretty cool. Gotta say, that's pretty cool. So many platforms, one React. We create platform-specific versions of components, so a single codebase can share codes across multiple platforms. With React Native, one team can maintain multiple platforms and share a common technology, React. So this is how a React app looks like, or like a welcome screen, for example. It's just a functional component right here. It imports, for example, the text and the view element from React Native. There are some custom components as well from header and typography. And there we go. We have the header component right here. Here is the text, which basically translates to a label, UI label in iOS, and text fields or text view in Android, something like that. And that's the screen, right? Native development for everyone. Lets you create truly native apps and doesn't compromise your user's experience. It provides a core set of platform-agnostic native components like view, text, and image that map directly to the platform's native UI building blocks. There we go. See, for example, if we dissect the app, we'll see every element on there. There was this feature, there was this interesting Launo, thanks for the follow. Pretty cool. If if you remember, or if you've worked with iOS before, hello. If you worked with iOS before, there was this view hierarchy debugging tool in Xcode that basically takes a snapshot of your current screen from your phone or from your simulator, and you can like rotate it, and it pretty much looks like this right here. You can see all of the elements, you can click on them, it shows you all of the properties based on the element selection, etc. That is native, right? That is you cannot do that, for example, in the case of Flutter, because it'll show just one element and that's it. But yeah, there are pros and cons to everything. Alright, so seamless cross-platform. React components wrap existing native code and interact with native APIs via React's declarative UI paradigm and JavaScript. This enables native app developers for whole new teams of development, okay, and can let existing native teams work much faster. So basically we have the app.js right here. We can have like a header.android.js and header.ios.js. And I believe React Native is pretty smart when it comes to naming. It's going to use this component to render on Android and this on iOS, which basically outputs an image and a text. There's a body component. Inside of the body there's like multiple texts, and these are, for example, if there is no Android or iOS, it's just going to use whatever it is to render it on the screen. And for example, any like cases like that would be top bars. Maybe we want to show the top bar at the top level, like below the actual navigation bar or action bar, as it is in Android. Or in iOS, we want to show it on the bottom, right? So we could potentially use the .android and .ios notation to achieve that. There's also fast refresh, which is pretty cool. There are some talks and videos, but let's learn the basics. So I'm gonna scroll this because it's just like how to use. This is functional versus class components. We all pretty much know that, right? So function components are just an anonymous arrow function that returns a set of JSX, while as class components extends the component that comes from React, and it has a render, and all of the lifecycle events are inside, like on mount, on unmount, etc. And there's like error handling events as well. Now, let's see. We have the core components and native components. So it's an open source framework for building Android and iOS applications using React and the app platform's native capabilities. You can use JavaScript to access your platform's APIs, as well as to describe the appearance and behavior of your UI using React components. Views and mobile. So in Android and iOS development, a view is the basic building block of UI, a small rectangular element on the screen which can be used to display texts, images, or respond to user inputs, buttons, and etc. Even the smallest visual elements of an app, like a line of text or a button, are kinds of views. Some kinds of views can contain other views. It's views all the way down. This is a nice graphic right here. For example, if we have this UI here, there's an image, there's a text, and of like all of it is like a horizontal stack, for example, right? With some padding, etc. So in iOS, when we're going to build the app, React Native is going to use a UI image view for our image. It's going to use UI text view for our texts, and UI view to wrap everything up, right? But if we build our app, same code base, for Android, it's going to use an image view as opposed to the UI image view, right? This is Android's image, a text view, and a view group for the same elements, right? So that's how they achieve the cross-platform, functionality, basically. React Native knows how to convert these, like the primitive element types, into platform-specific ones. So when we tell it to compile it, build our Android app, it knows what elements to use. There's also native components, right? For example, in Android, you write views in Kotlin or Java. In iOS, you use Swift or, God forbid, Objective-C. With React Native, you can invoke these views with JavaScript using React components. At runtime, React Native creates the corresponding Android and iOS views. Because React Native components are backed by the same views as Android and iOS, React Native apps look, feel, and perform like any other apps. We call these platform-backed components native components. Okay, so basically, these are the native components, right? We tell React Native to use an image and a text, and it replaces those components with actual native components. React Native comes with a set of essential, ready-to-use native components you can use to start building your app today. These are React Native's core components. It also lets you build your own native components for Android and iOS to suit your app's unique needs. We also have a thriving ecosystem of these community-contributed components. There's a native directory to find what the community has been creating. Maybe we will visit that. Yeah, because we're gonna need some charts, and I don't believe charts are part of the core components, but maybe they are. We'll see. So, the core components. Let's check a list of them. We have a view, which renders a view group and a UI view. It's just a non-scrolling div, basically. In web terminology, I like this. In web terminology, this is great. We got a text, which is a paragraph. We have an image, we have a scroll view, a div again, but it actually has the overflow Y probably set to auto or scroll. And we have a text input, which is just an input. Scrollable, yeah. In the next section, you will start combining these core components to learn about how React works. Have a play with them right here and right now. So I'm gonna zoom out one time just so we can see. There we go, we can see this little preview right here. Right, so we have this app. This is the web version. There's iOS. Let's see how this is gonna look like. The window is pretty small. This is Expo, by the way. We're gonna use Expo. All right, you see that right there at the top? You see how the text goes all the way below the clock? There's a fix for that. That is called safe area. Yeah, safe area view. There you go. So I believe, is that from React Native? Like, can we do that basically? Or it's not from the... I mean, we checked out the core components. Let's check it out. We're just playing here. We're gonna create a custom... There we go. There we go. See? That did it. Or use the indents from use indents. Alright, that's cool. Trevichko, thanks for the follow. Pretty cool username. Alright, but yeah, there was it. We can now type some stuff using the keyboard. Hello. Help. Awesome. Alright, so yeah, basically we can combine these core components into building. Yeah, we are just starting to learn React Native. I'm not Bulgarian. I'm one of the neighbors. I'm from North Macedonia. Yeah, we are just starting to learn React Native, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I do have an app to build, so we have a guidance. If you type !design, you'll see the Figma design, basically the screens that we're going to build. And yeah, this is going to be like a month-long series where every episode I'm just basically doing progress, making progress on the app. All right, so React components, there we go. We have the core, community, your native components. These are the React native and these are the React components. So basically, we can also use some React component. They don't have to be React native, and we'll see. React fundamentals, let's skip that. On change text, we get this, the new value here. We can use state. This is pretty straightforward. As we can see, we have the use state and React from basically from React. All right, we know how to work with React using a scroll view. Scroll me please. There we go. Yeah. List use. Components for presenting lists of data. Generally, you want to use a flat list or a section lists. The flat list is basically a flat list, right? You feed children to it and it just scrolls through the children. Scroll list of changing but similarly structured data. Yeah. Long list of data where the number of items might change over time. Unlike the more generic scroll view, the flat list only renders elements that are currently showing on the screen. So not all elements at once. That is called virtualizing, right? So if we have like 1,000 elements and we see all those 1,000 here, we're not gonna have them rendered or like be part of the DOM. All 1,000 of them, will just be seeing like 10 of them, which is pretty performant. So the flat list requires 2 props, data and render item. Okay, I think I know how this would look like. In React, these are called render props, where, for example, you feed the data, and then the render item callback right here is going to be called for every item. So you can pass the styles.item here. There's the key, whatever property your data has, you can use them here. Okay, cool. If you want to render a set of data broken into logical sections, similar to UI table view, there's the section lists. There we go. For example, if this was like something like a contacts app, right? For example, your contacts in your phone. There's, for example, D, all of the contacts under D, J, etc. So let's see. We got the section list right here. Okay, and we don't have the data anymore. We have the sections, section title, and then the data is inside of the section. Render item, same as before. Render section header. Nice. And there's the key extractor. This is interesting. There's the item and the index. Okay. Item.title, there's the index as well. So basically okay, this is cool. We'll have to like inspect this in order to see how the keys are being set, but we'll do that later. We're not gonna be doing anymore. So let's go set up the environment. This is where the fun begins. If you're new to mobile development, the easiest way to get started is with Expo. That's what we are going to do. If you're already familiar, you can use the CLI. It requires Xcode or Android Studio. I got them both, but we're just gonna roll with Expo, right? And I also have Expo open right here. Maybe we should like create a project or something like that. Let's just go with this. I'm gonna use Yarn. All right, so I created a new project, React Native. Awesome projects. Let's call this Goodbye Money. Just Goodbye Money. That's the name of our app. Because we're gonna start building our app immediately. Okay, so this is gonna create the project for us. I also created an empty repo so we can push it later. Goodbye Money React Native. So we can keep. Alright, cool. CD Goodbye Money. We already have a Git initialized inside, so we're just gonna add the remote. There we go. I'm gonna branch out on main, but we already. Yeah, let's see. Git status. Branch main, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Beautiful. Let's just like push to main. Awesome. Let's do a refresh. We should see Nice, nice. So there's the repo. If you want to check it out. Let's go back here. We can do yarn start. But I'm going to open this in Visual Studio Code. There we go. We have the app.js. I wonder if we can work with TypeScript. I wonder if we can work with, because that would be pretty interesting. Hey Luno, can we like initialize a TypeScript React Native, or is it not recommended for React Native? Let me know if like we're gonna be able to use React Native with our TypeScript with our React Native. Okay, running your React Native application, we can install the Expo Go on your iOS and Android phone and connect to the same wireless network. Aman himself, Aman himself. Thank you for the follow. It's pretty kind. Could you repeat the question? Yeah, can we use TypeScript in React Native apps? I believe we can. I've seen some stuff around, but the initial one is just JS. Yeah. Just change the file name to app.tsx, and I believe we also need to do some config here in the Babel or Expo init. Should we create? Okay. Let's actually try that. The last command was yarn create Expo app. And when you create, okay, it will automatically download the TypeScript packages. Nice, so I just need to do like yarn Expo starts, is that it? Oh, okay, okay, cool. Nice, nice. So basically you're telling me I can just do TSX and just do Expo start and it's gonna roll. Okay. It looks like nice. You don't have the required dependencies, please. Yes, please. This is some premium developer experience. There we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. Pretty cool. Open iOS simulator. Go for it. Let's see what we got. Technically, you can also like open the app, right? If you scan this QR code with the Expo Go app, you'll be able to open it, right? Nice. All right, so let's see. I'm going to open Visual Studio Code simulator. We'll do something like this. All right. This might take a moment. Okay, there we go. Bundling JavaScript bundle. Nice. The cool thing is that it has hot reloads. This is the first time opening Expo Go. We wanted to show you this menu. That was like Control Z, okay. Nice. Element inspector, beautiful. All right, open up app.js. Start working on your super cool app. There we go. There we go. Nice. There's a status bar as well. Not sure what that is. But okay, let's move on. Now, what Expo has your docs you can reference if you have questions specific to the tool. You can also ask for help on the Expo Discord. Okay, we already did that. Is there like a... Should I be like downloading any extensions? don't actually need snippets. We're gonna code everything by hand. There's nothing. React Native tools, debugging integrated. Okay, this looks cool because it's from Microsoft. Maybe you already know you want to use custom buttons. It's possible with component touchable opacity instead of button. Yeah, we can create some custom buttons as well. We're gonna open Figma and try to build everything as like pixel perfect as we can. But there's like no big deal if we can. Okay, this is a different CSS, right? It's not the CSS we know, the web version. This is like a different version. So not everything is supported, if I understood correctly. All right, so let's see. Do you use styled components? Usually, for example, on web, I use Chakra, but I pretty much know that you're referring to CSS and JS in general, right? All right, so let's actually try. We're not gonna do any styling. We have some CSS and JS, something like that, and then we have but we use the style, not the class name. That's the difference. Okay. Dimensions, width and height. Okay. Flex, I was gonna ask that, yeah. Flex is 1. Background color, okay, cool. We also got percentages, so aside from numbers, we can also use percentages, which is pretty cool. Zoom in. Oh, is there a way to like get rid of the sidebar? No. Layout with flexbox. That's all right. Images, color, reference. Okay, we can basically do this. There we go, handling touches, basic button. There's the button. iOS and Android, I presume. Alright, cool. And then these are the touchables. As you mentioned, touchable highlight. Opacity can be used to provide feedback by reducing the opacity of the button, allowing the background to be seen through while the user is pressing down. Nice. This is the touchable highlight. Touchable opacity, beautiful. This is Android only. Okay, with long press, nice. Scrolling and swiping. Basically, we're gonna use these as we go. Do I need to create an Expo project right here, or I just need to go and start building the app? Also, okay, we got Expo here. I wanted to check out Expo's documentation. There's the docs. We didn't do the Expo CLI, but that's all right. All right, let's see. I know that Expo has some cool components that we can use. Zoom in. There we go. Learn by doing. I like that. Build a screen. Okay, we want to build this screen. Okay. Icon text. Parent container with yellow border. Okay. There's the status bar from Expo. Okay, that's cool. If you change the background color, it's going to reflect. Change the text, we can do inline styles. Display the image. We don't have any images. We have icons, but we don't have images in our app. But yeah, we can basically require them from the assets folder, and we can render them. Nice. All right. Modals. We don't really. Actually, we do have modals. We do have modals in the app, but we'll see. Status bar, splash screen, app icon. Let's see the components. Conceptual, next steps, fundamentals. You can start building the app. The project you created is already an Expo project. When you need a library module for something like picking an image from the device's photos, you can download an Expo package. Nice, yeah. So we're basically installing npm packages and using them. They contain the native code, right? Modules API. Integrations. Oh, there's Next.js as well. That's pretty cool. And we'll be doing this later. Yeah, we'll be doing this to see if the Sentry integration, the doc side is pretty cool. If there's something missing or changed, we should update it, right? Expo accounts. API reference. All right, that was actually what I was looking for. Yeah, thanks. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's open the design. Let's open the design so we can basically try to break it down. This is the first screen. We have a top bar at the bottom that controls 4 screens: the expense, the reports, the ad, and the settings screen. In here we got the categories, report a bug, and I was thinking we make this screen unconnected. So for example, if the app crashes or like an error happens, if we catch an exception, we show a little snack bar as it is in Android. We show a little toast thingy at the bottom, saying like, I don't know, oh no, an error happens, let's report it, right? So when the user clicks on let's report it, they get they get pushed to this screen, and then they can do this. And the back button will basically point to like just to dismiss this screen. I think we can do that. We can open this as like a full screen modal instead of pushing it to the navigation stack. But yeah, this is the app that we're gonna build. This hasn't been updated. I have a different version here. Let me see if I auto layout tests. No, it doesn't seem that I have it, but we'll open it up. Yeah, this is what we're going to be building for the next month or so. As you can see, we always have the top title at the basically the action bar in Android. It was like a navigation bar in iOS. We also have a top bar at the bottom, and we'll try to implement that. But let's basically start by implementing the skeleton, right? So we get it. What are you going to use on the server side? Nothing. Nothing. This is all client side, and we're gonna try to use RealmDB to store everything locally, basically on the phone. We don't have a backend. That's why we don't have any logins. We don't have any accounts. There's just like erased data that pretty much deletes the whole thing. Yeah, we're keeping it simple right now because we're not going on the App Store with this. Yeah, it's just for it's just for exploring the frameworks, see for example how easy it would be to implement a standard looking app like this, but without backends. So let's start by setting up the skeleton of the app. And the skeleton is like tab bar at the bottom. We have the navigation bar at the top and the page content in the middle. So this is one page, this is second page, this is the third page, and the fourth page, right? I believe we can find that here. Maybe it'll be like a scaffold or something like that. Speaker. We're gonna use speakers. We're gonna use them a lot. Alright, so it doesn't look like their application. Useful information about the native application. Okay, so this is just like a yeah. So I should be building these by myself, right? Like I should be the one that builds the top bar with Flexbox and this thing right here as well. There's no like ready-made components. React navigation. Oh, routing and navigation. Let's see that. Okay, we definitely are going to need this. Yeah. Okay, cool. How do we install this? Getting started, React navigation. So this is a... Alright. We want to add this package. Let's go for it. We use yarn, right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Expo managed project. React Native screens. Safe area. Contexts. We are doing that. This is bare React Native. We're not gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this because we're using Expo, correct? There we go. If you're on a Mac, you need to install the pods. Okay, so there's a pod to be installed. So let's see, cd. There is nowhere to cd. npx pod install iOS. Okay. All right, so I haven't seen this. In Flutter, there was like the iOS project, and I just did pod install. The pods are handled by Expo. Ah, okay, cool. Okay, we're still in the... Okay, cool. Nice. Wrapping your app in navigation container. Nice. So this will keep the state, I presume. Usually you would do this in your entry file. Exactly. So let's actually grab that. If you're doing bare project React Native CLI, you'll have to install them manually. Yeah, this is pretty cool that, you know, Expo handles that for you. So let's import the navigation container and push it here. We got theme, linking, fallback, document title, on ready. React okay, docs, bottom, top bar, navigator. Nice. Let's see, bottom, top, bar. Okay, let's then go docs, bottom, top, bar, navigator. All right, what did I go wrong? React navigation.org /doc /bottom top navigator. Oh, there's no bar. Okay. This is what we want. So, okay. We have another package to install. Get this in. Create bottom tab navigator. We have the tab here, tab navigator, and then we add the screens inside. Okay. The tab navigator component accepts the following props. Okay. Touchable opacity. So this is, what is this? This is the my tab bar. basically for every route. Oh, okay, so tab bar, yeah, we can basically create a custom tab bar. It's gonna give us the state, which contains the routes, descriptors, navigation, etc, etc. This is cool. This is cool. You cannot note that you cannot use navigation hook inside the tab bar, since use navigation is only available inside the screens. You get a navigation prop for your tab bar, which you can use instead. Navigation.navigate. Okay. Okay, so let's try to basically build something. So we have the app.tsx here. I'm gonna create a new folder called screens, and I'm going to create the expenses.tsx. Right, so we're going to return a text. Hello expenses. We're gonna do pretty much the same for the reports. For the ad. And for the settings. Okay, we got the screens done. Do we keep the navigation container now? Also, what is the status bar? Component that allows you to configure your status bar with directly set bar style. Okay. Multiple status bar components. Okay. Style is auto animated. Dark inverted light. Let's set it to dark. See what's up. Let's now set it to light. Got it. Navigation container is the top level container, and inside it the tab navigator will go. Okay, cool, yeah. So the status bar is basically that. We wanna use only dark mode for the app, so I'm gonna keep this as light, and we wanna enforce the app to basically always, always render dark mode. Let's get these out. All right, so let's grab the tab bar inside. We'll grab this method to create our component for us. Create bottom tab navigator. And inside we want to do tab.navigator and tab.screen. Okay. Let's see. Tab.navigator. Expenses, income, not really. Budget. We need 4 of them anyway, so. We got the expenses here. This is the reports. This is the ad. There's an error, but I'm going to check it later. Settings. Okay, we got our screens. Not this one, actually. We're gonna do expenses. So I'm just going to create these add reports and settings. Reports, add settings. There we go. Now what does it say? Is not assignable to type screen component type. All right, so there is something. Let's see how the screens should look like. To use this tab navigator, import it from bottom tabs. Okay. There's a snack. Home screen. And we return, okay, we return a view. I believe that was the issue in our case, because we're just returning texts. Yeah, let's try to fix that. View. Oh man, of course it's not that. There we go. So now we don't even need to like... There we go. Okay. 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 I'm gonna turn these into... Just gonna switch the brackets. We don't need that kind of brackets here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to add a return statement. And that's why the error happened, because we don't have a return statements. That means they're voids. Alright, so we have expenses, reports, add, and settings. Look at that. Look at that. Is there like a config? Yeah. Okay. Nice. This is probably the place where we set the theme, right? React Native, enforce dark mode. Obedience. Maybe that was it. Okay. Switch to dark mode. Is this gonna use a context? Redux. Ooh. Whoa. Controlling dark modes. I'm not sure I want to use this thingy. Theme.modes. It's like manifest for Expo projects. Oh, it's an Expo thingy, right? Let's then do Expo. Is there a way to like enforce dark mode? Should I be like... There's documentation. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is what we want. Expo user interface style. Expo user interface style. We want to keep this. Oh, there already is here. Okay, I want to do dark. I believe I should restart the app. We'll have to create our own. Okay. Yeah, just JavaScript objects. Yeah, we can create a little design systems like out of the tokens that we have in Figma. That would be fun. And since we only support dark mode, yeah, we're gonna splash screen. Okay, there's a splash screen icon. We're not gonna bother with this, so these will stay as the default ones. We're just gonna do the app inside. Okay, let's check the progress. Oh, the navigation container. Ah, there we go. There's a theme. Okay. Alright, so we got screens. Let's create the theme. In that case, TS, I believe. Let's see. Navigation container comes from this here. We're gonna import a type called theme. There we go. Nice. So What is the theme? We have a dark boolean, of course. And we have colors. The colors, primary and texts. Primary background, card, text, border, notification. Nice. So primary is going to be not pretty much this one, but we'll grab the one from Figma. We are picking this color, this default system blue. Background, I don't know, zeros. Okay. Card, what is the card thingy? Maybe it's like this kind of a panel. Alright, so let me see this in RGB. 118 with 24. %, 0.24. That's the card background. The text is next. Okay. Border. We have a border color as well. This one is 120 with 128 is the blue with 32%. So 120 with 128, 32% opacity. Correct. What else is there? Notification. We'll keep it this color and we'll see. Let's just export the theme. So we're gonna do theme equals theme. Background color of card-like elements. Headers, tab bar. Okay, cool. Cool, okay, so it will be like this color at the top and like this color at the bottom. Let's see how the app looks like. There we go. But the color, interesting. What was the Expo like to open the bottom? Control Z or like Control Shift Z, Option Z, Command Z, Command Z. Okay. Reload. Okay, so we are having some issues with the tab bar navigator. Screen options, default screen options. Where was that screen options thingy? Screen listeners, screen options, bottom tab bar navigation options. If that's the case, let's check out the documentation. Wait, what was the bottom tab bar? The default options to use for the screens in back behavior. Okay, we'll check that later. Tab bar. Okay. Otherwise, it uses the default one, so maybe we should build our own tab bar. do something like this. Oh man, okay. Let's just grab this and actually see how it looks like. So I'm gonna create a component tab bar.tsx. View comes from React Native. What else is there? Touchable opacity, text as well. Oh, come on. Text as well. There we go. So I'm gonna export my top bar. Okay. You can set the background color of the top bar without. Yeah, that's much easier. Much easier. Thank you. Bottom top bar. Top bar style. I just grab the link. Oh, top bar style. Style object for that you can configure styles such as background, of course. Nice. All right, so let's actually do that. Top bar style. Screen options. Okay. Bar style. There we go. There we go. Background color. Theme colors. Cards, I believe. Screen options. You can. Screen options. Yeah. Theme dot colors. Does this theme equals the? I mean, of course it does. Yeah. Colors dot cards. That is the background color. And it doesn't pick it up. Alright, it kinda does. But then why? Okay. Okay, so it's RGBA. I believe it wants. It doesn't support RGBA. In that case, digital color meter. I'm gonna switch this to actually display hexadecimals, and we're gonna steal this. Go back here. There we go. Same as with the border. So I'm gonna get that as well, and we only have hex colors. There we go. Before we continue, let's get rid of the top bar, because this is pretty simple. We don't actually gonna need. There we go. So theme.colors.card should do the card background. There we go. Nice. Okay. Cool. There we go. We should figure out the icons now. I don't have the icons here, but what are we going to do? I'm gonna open the Flutter version. Where is it? Flutter goodbye money. There we go. So I'm going to open the Flutter version. I'm gonna stop this for a second. What the? No. iPhone 14. Pro, this is Pro Max. Pro. Alright, so I'm gonna run the Flutter version to see. Maybe we can also like create a screenshot. Yeah. Oh man. This is behaving in a weird way. Okay. Yeah, let's check out the Flutter version and we can like create a screenshot out of the bottom top bar. And then we can, yeah, we can figure out where can we find some suitable icons. I believe we're gonna use SVG here. This is gonna take some time. So I'm sorry in advance. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. There are the icons. I'm gonna take a... What? No. Let me see. Is it like on the back? No. Why is this? Okay. Let's do it this way then. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this. There we go. No more Flutter app, but we have the screenshot. So we are looking for icons like these. I think I picked these from SF Symbols. Let's see. Outs box, no. Tray and arrow up. There we go. So copy image as SVG. Beautiful. Okay, so technically we can create our icons as SVGs here, but let's see, aside from name, children, listeners, options. Let's see options. What do we get in options? Icon, tab bar icon, beautiful. Focused color, and it returns a React node, beautiful. Okay, so tab bar icon. That's going to be, let's create not a new folder, but we're going to create tab bar icon .tsx, right? Tab bar icon props. I don't think that exists. These are the props. Plus we're going to create our own as well. There we go. Focused color size, and also we're gonna do type, and that's going to be either expenses or reports or add or settings, right? Let's grab that. We have the type, color, size, and also focused, which is a boolean. Okay, so let's create one for the expenses.tsx. Export cost expenses icon. Let's do the copy again from SF symbols. So it's not really that, right? Export symbol. Okay. We got an SVG. So this is what we got. Oh man. There's the, so you know what? We're just gonna cut the SVG and basically get only that part. If you are using SVG, you'll have to install React Native SVG libraries, since SVG icons cannot be parsed out of the box on. Oh, and what is the most common way to create SVG icons? Is it the React Native SVG library, or there we go. Expo. Expo has the answer. SVG. Using SVGs. Okay. There's the React Native SVG. SVG and path. All right. Yeah. But this one is pretty, let's see. It has a rect. It has a text for some reason. Oh. This is not the way. Yeah. You know what? We know better. React icons. Let's use this one. Because it's like we can have the cleanest SVG this way. Because this thing exported everything that it should and shouldn't export. So there we go. Much better. Okay, so but aside from this thing, we also wanna use this and then use this thing, SVG and path. We have SVG, we have path, beautiful. So let's just grab the SVG package. This is going pretty cool. I like the, you know, the developer experience so far. SVG path. Okay. What else is there? AST props, common mask, fill rule. I'm looking for props. SVG props. There we go. And now I am just going to spread these props right here so we can override stuff from the outside. Alright, so this is the expenses icon. Let's try to use it here. Okay, so top bar icon, let's just expenses. Let's just do expenses icon. Size, what is the size thingy? It's a number, okay. So instead of that, we can use, I believe, width, no? Yeah, width is size. Height is also size. Color is color. There's the focus thingy. We'll see the type. We're not gonna do that anymore right here. So top bar icon is going to be top bar icon. All right, let's see. Oh, we stopped it. Start it again. Come on. Oh, I should have. There we go. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. That was super fast actually. There was zero effort whatsoever. Symbols, goodbye. Alright, so let's grab the reports one now. Doesn't have to be like the very same one. We can just do charts. Like pick something. There we go. This one looks decent. Yeah. Let's grab. Actually, before we copy, because we're gonna be copying other stuff, I'm just gonna copy the expenses, paste this as like a reports. Here we go. So I'm just going to grab the path. Right? And just do capital P. So now when we go to top bar icon, we can do a switch on the type and do this basically. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Default, no, beautiful, okay. But it's not gonna be the size. We're basically doing this. Yeah. Width, height, and color. Reports. Okay. Let's create an add or like a plus, basically. There's a plus. Alright, so this has... Yeah, I'm just going to copy the element right here, but we're gonna remove the SVG. So let's do... Oh, I pressed C instead of V. There we go. Without the SVG thing, we already have a defs. Capital P. Capital P. There we go. Grab the add icon. And only one is missing. So this is going to be the settings. What was the settings? Okay. Typical settings. There's a good settings. This one. Sharp. No, we don't want any sharp. So I think the other one was like... There we go. Let's use this one. Yeah. Is there a group? Yeah. So I can use the G as well. Settings icon. There we go. So the idea is that we're just going to... Let's go back to... Yeah, just gonna do this on every screen. Nah, nice. Nothing shows up. Let's do a reload. No, it's definitely... Oh wait, okay, got it. Yeah, that's the thing. We need the type, color, size, and focus. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the props. I'm going to return this spread the props and do type equals expenses. Yeah, we don't have the... Alternatively, in React Native Expo land, vector icons are also provided by Expo vector icons. Similar to... Okay. React icons in terms of collection of icons are different. Oh, check this out then. Vector icons. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, icon sets and all this. There we go, even like custom icon fonts. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, we can totally do this. And these are like Ionicons. I believe they have multiple sets, right? Something like this that we have. But yeah, we'll continue it this way. But it's a good tip, thanks. Alright, so the first one is expenses, then we have reports, then we have add, and settings, and abracadabra. Oh! Oh! Add. What happened here? And check out the G. It's probably the G. Let's grab this and like... No? Or is there like the... Oh man, I believe we are gonna be using those icons. This is terrible. Okay. Alright, let's try that. Let's see what sets of icons do we get. Tray. There's a tray. Reports. Oh, reports, sorry. Charts. Chart. Okay. Okay. Nice. The plus, of course, it's gonna... There we go. And settings. Okay. Well, then let's do this. I'm sold. Let's actually do this. We already have this. Yeah, we already have this, so maybe we're not gonna be needing those SVGs. So I'm just gonna grab Ionicons, not Ionicons. It depends, right? It depends on this. So let's try tray up. Just tray then. Yeah. So this is one of the material community icons. Okay. Okay. Material community icons. I'm just gonna call this MCI. So this is going to be MCI, right? The name, size, and color. Name, size, and color. Okay, so name is gonna be... I copied this, but I don't wanna... Tray arrow up. Okay. Tray arrow up. Color is just inherited. Size is also passed through. Focused, we're not gonna be... We don't care about that. There we go. Okay, so cool. Let's move on. So we got the charts. Maybe we can like click on the material community and just pick everything from one. if we can. Of course, no. We're looking for something different here. These are too thin. So let's pick these, although they have these little Ionicons. Okay, let's switch over to the Ionicons. Import Expo vector icons Ionicons. So this is gonna be Ionicons. Size and color are gonna remain. The name is going to be what's bar charts. Then we have the plus. The plus is pretty much everywhere. Let's see. Everywhere, but not here. Oh, wait. There we go. Plus and settings. I don't know. Let's use MCI again. Million types of settings. What? Gear? What is the name? Okay. Alright, this is decent. The plus? I don't like the plus. Ant design, it looks like it's pretty larger. Let's try the one from Ant. Okay. Yeah. How's that? There we go. Man, this is so fun. This is so freaking fun. So I'm gonna cut all of these. All of the icons. Yeah, looks pretty decent. There we go. Alright, is there a way to make the title go large? Probably here in the options. Title, large, header title. Header title style. Okay. Maybe that's actually the thing. Yeah, so header title style. If we provide some style, we can do font size is like, I don't know, 24. Oh, okay, it's not the Navi top bar badge. Is there a way to like make the title the large title thingy? Header shown. Status bar heights. If not, it's no big deal because I don't have the large title header style. Yeah, try like adding title style This is just gonna go. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, let's not worry with that one. We do have some options though. So for example, we have a filter option in the report screen. Let's also add that little piece. So for example, for the reports, there we go. There are options. Bar icon, header items, or like header children's, some things like that should be there. Oh, maybe it's a different thing. Yeah, we'll check it out. No big deal. Alright, so I believe we should attack the settings screen because it's pretty straightforward. We only have these three and that's it, right? Categories, report a bug, and these have like 16 pixels of spacing between them. So let's go to screens, settings, and basically start building it out, right? Should we always use a view? View is basically a div. Actually, we do need to use this view. Yeah, so we're gonna do style. Flex direction is going to be row, right? And we're gonna do a new component for this because we want to reuse this, right? There's the with the carrots. There's the destructive. There's also the swipe to delete without anything, like without details. Yeah, let's build something simple and then we'll see. This is going to be this is a list item. List item. We want to have some props. We want to do label, or we want to do detail. It's gonna be a React node and it's optional. There's the on click, of course. It's not optional. I mean, of course it's optional. We're gonna reuse this. Yep. Swipe to delete. If that's the case, then we also want to have on delete. What else are we? The detail is gonna be a React node, so we can like do the carrots from the outside. This is a label, and okay, so if it's going to be a string is destructive, we're gonna set that to boolean, and if it's destructive, we're just gonna control the color of the label. There we go. So we'll just grab all of these. Okay. Swipeable. Yeah. It kind of knows that we are going to be doing something like this. Okay, on press. There's the text. Delete. Okay, so we cannot get where this is going. So row, space between, of course, center, padding 20. We'll see about that. Border bottom 1. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that for the time being, because maybe it's like, if it's just 1, we don't need a border, right? On press, it's gonna be the on click. There's the text inside, and then of course if there's a detail, we want to show the detail not as a text though, so we want to change that. Okay, so let's see. Let's import. So there is a thing called swipeable. So what is, there's a, oh, there we go. Touchable opacity, we already have that from React Native. We have the texts from React Native as well. The swipeable thing, we wanna like figure it out. Well, let's see. Touchable opacity, background color, no. Okay, but this is the right action. No, this is always. This is going to be. Yeah, we need like swipe to delete. If there is a swipe to delete thingy, we want to render that. If not, we just want to render this. So let's actually expand on this, right? We're gonna do item. I want to memorize this because we want to. No. React Native gesture handler. Yeah. Alright, so this is our item, and let's memorize our item like so. And if, for example, the swipe to delete is set to true, we want to return basically this. Right? Yeah. All right, so there's a React Native gesture handler. I believe we want to install that as well. Yarn add gesture handler. It looks like a different package to me, so I assume that we need to install it. It is, yeah. I've worked with React, but not React Native before. Alright, there we go. We do have something now. Let's see what Copilot did for us. So this is the item, right? Regardless of if it's like swipeable or not, this is the item. So row, space between, center, this is all good, right? And then we have the on click when we actually press on the item. So whatever happens, happens. If there is a detail, we want to render the detail, not a text, right? So it could be a text, but it can be like a, yeah, thanks. This is, just do this, I guess. If there's a detail, render the detail. Oh, wait a minute. You see that? If there's no detail, then space between is gonna be, it'll just center the text, and we don't actually want that, right? We don't want that. So if there's detail, I don't know, let's do a view and put the detail inside. But still, it doesn't really matter. Here's what we're gonna do. Space between. If the detail exists, space between. Otherwise, we're gonna do flex start. So if there is no detail, there's nothing. There's like no two items. There's no way, like no need to do the space between. We'll just do flex start. So it's on the left. If it's Arabic, it's on the right. Beautiful. Align items vertically center. Padding 20. We're gonna see that. We already have a theme. Is there a way? Is there a way where I can just, yeah, of course, I can just grab the theme, right? Theme.colors.border, because we already have that. Okay. Now we have the settings. We kind of have one of the items. Let's see, tab bar. Oh, tab bar lists item. There we go. There's no children. Label is categories. Detail is gonna be some icon of these super cool icons. Where were they? There we go. Vector icons. Carrots. No, arrow. Not just carrot, because this is the smaller one. We want an arrow with just like an angle. Angle. Not the classic. There we go. All right, we'll keep an eye on that, but let's see what else we have. That's to think. It's not gonna look good. Right? Well, I guess we're gonna use that one. Something like this, but this is like too small. And this is the only arrow that we can find. So let's just like roll with it. Chevron. Dude. Chevron. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. This is exactly what we're looking for. Chevrons. Oh. And typo. Thin right. This looks cool. Okay, so let's get and typo, and the detail is going to be and typo. Chevron right, thin right. Okay. Color. It's gonna be what theme? Dot colors. Border card. Let's go with card and see. Okay, so wait a minute. Self-closing. We kind of see something in there, but I have no idea what it is. What else do we have? Like on click. Let's just keep it there. Is destructive? No. Nothing. Alright, so let's see. We have this view. Should I be doing width is like 100%? What? Color. Oh, there we go. We're missing the, we're missing the thingy here. Okay. Background, color, theme, colors, card. Okay, so I can remove, okay, we got it. Color is just white, always. foreground color, text color. Okay, probably here. Color is white. There we go. Okay. And then we also have the detail. Let's just like, let's paint it white and see if it actually shows up. Okay, so there's the detail. Detail. There's a detail. Does detail exist? It does exist. Wait, where are we gonna see the logs? Here? There we go. So it exists, right? It does exist. Which means... Oh. Maybe that's the case. There we go. Now let's try... Yeah, size... Oh. Ah, because it's... Okay. We're memoizing this, that's why... Yeah, that's why it actually... Like, it doesn't change the... So, we need to, like... It's... Yeah. We need to do this. Alright, this is decent, right? This is the list item. This should have like a width set to 100. There we go. And now this, for example, view. We want to do something interesting with this. We want to do margin. We want to set it to 16. Kill the width. And do 11 radius. And do overflow hidden. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. That is too loud. Did we leave? Uh-huh. Okay. No. Dude, let's just like keep it chill. This is a click. And do we have a swipe to delete? We don't have a swipe to delete. Ah, but the background is red, of course. And because this is touchable opacity, it's basically doing that. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So this should pretty much navigate to like the categories screen. Although this looks pretty big, so it's probably the padding. Active opacity 1/4. So you mean like no? So we don't actually like lose it like this? No, it's okay. It's pretty decent. Yeah, but I like it. Usually, for example, on iOS, it becomes like lighter, the background becomes lighter, but it's going to be part of the navigation, you know. Yeah, so when we just click, there's like immediately, it's not a big deal, I think. Okay. Alright, so we got one list item, we got another one. Report a bug. Do I need to reload? Oh. What's up with this? Why are we not seeing two of these? Because we're in a view, should we be in a list? The flat flat list thing. Row. Oh, you are so right. There we go. Yeah, good catch. Okay, and what else? We have the destructive erase all data. There's no detail on this one, and it sure as hell is destructive. Nice. Column is by default. Yeah, no, I mean, I tried to... I tried to do the list item here, but then I changed my mind. I was like, let's do it in a different component, and there we go. Okay, so it bothers me that there's a you know, border here, so that's not cool. That is so not cool. We don't actually want the border to be there. We can pass the flag, but there is like too much freaking flags. Boolean flags. We don't want to do that. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. This is the item. If it's destructive, I don't know, paint it red, but probably not that red. I don't know. Or like keep this red. I don't know. Let's use the one from Figma, because I think it's like pretty softer. So let's grab this. Let's jump to our theme, and let's also do, I don't know, our theme. Yeah, and now this theme only picks up on these, right? I want the colors to be these and then some. I don't know, let's just like not use the theme and use the type inference. So when we do theme.colors .error, there we go. Yeah, we use the type just so we can set up all of these, but now we can just like get rid of the type because we already have these set up. Nice. Okay, erase all data. I don't think the bottom is like too big of a deal, so we can just like chill. The only thing that we can do, this is also optional, the report a bug. We might want to remove that. So the idea is, for example, if we click on something that we should not click, and the app crashes, I was imagining like a little like toast showing up from the bottom, you know, and like, oh, something happened, do you want to report the crash or something like that, you know, like let's report it. And when we click on that, the report a bug like comes out from the bottom in a full screen type of, you know, screen, and then we can implement the screen inside, like title of the report, what happened, what should have happened, name, email, and send, you know. So this, yeah, because yeah, let's actually do that without report a bug like this. Yeah, we can only show that screen when there's a need, right? Not always. Yeah, so we'll just keep categories. What did I do now? Oh, okay. It's the memorize thingy. There we go. Yeah. And while we're here, I don't know, let's go implement the categories screen. It's pretty much the same again, lists, right? Same lists, but there's some stuff at the bottom. So we'll use a view right here. we'll use a view. This one is going to be like a flex 1, so it pushes the, you know, the little form right here. And this is going to be a color picker. This is going to be an input with a button. That's it. Yeah. But actually, we're running out of time. But we did get some pretty cool progress. Change the color of the theme. Color. S. Colors. Card. Let's see if that's decent. No. Ah. Border. Let's try the border one. And we can't use RGBA, right? No, we actually can. Okay. Then what kind of color is this? Label color. I just wanted to like pick this color. Like we have a color and like let's opaque color value. Oh, okay. What is this? I have no idea what is that. Let's actually try that. So we're gonna do color is white. Set the opacity to like 0.3. That would also make sense. Yeah. Yeah. White plus alpha. But this works as well, right? Okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah. This does the trick. Okay. Let's push this. Skeleton plus settings, screen, no functionality, right? We want to push everything. Nice. There we go. There we go. We can check it out on the... Let's see if the link works. There we go. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So this was pretty cool. Very, very easy to use API. If you know React, you got no issues here. So I really, really liked it. I believe there's like a lot of packages because I'm very cool. Thank you. I believe you're cool too. I bet you're cool. But yeah, no issues. It was just flying through it like, I don't know, hot knife through butter. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I believe we're gonna fly through this app. We're not even gonna need a whole month to actually develop it. Right, so it's 9 p.m. in my... Yeah, thanks, Aman. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm thinking about the design system, like the color and like how we can... But yeah, if for example we paid more attention to developing the design system, because for example we do have the like all of these colors, right? We go to like inspect and check out the colors. Yeah, we have label color, separator color, fill color, right? We have all of these different colors, and if we basically move them, it's not gonna be like an issue. System background, you know, all these kind of things. So we can just reflect the colors from what we have in Figma. By myself, no. I actually used a ready-made template because it has like a lot of components. Yeah, it's from Joy Banks. It's pretty cool, dude. And yeah, you can check it out on Figma. I'm not sure about the link. Let me try to find it. So iOS 15, but not here. Community. It was like iOS 15 something from Joy Banks. There's Joy Banks. There we go. iOS 15 UI kit from Figma. Let me just paste the link here. But yeah, I basically used this. I just created the app right here and just started adding, you know, the screens and everything. It even like works in the prototype, which is pretty cool. Like you can scroll to see, you know, like there's like lists and stuff like that. There's the reports. There's the ads. I think I didn't do it, yeah. Categories, let's go into the categories. We can open the color picker. Right, we can pick a color and etc. Yeah, that's pretty much what the app is. And yeah, we're gonna be building this for the next month or so. Although I don't think we're gonna need a full month for this, because yeah, as we can see, it goes pretty fast. Sweet. All right, so thank you all for staying with me. Thank you for joining, and yeah, I'm gonna see you next week. It's either gonna be a Tuesday or definitely gonna be a Thursday, because the Thursdays are basically for mobile app development. If I feel like streaming, we can like do some streaming on a Tuesday as well. Thank you everyone, take care, and bye bye.